Welcome to this step-by-step video on how to build your own SBS tank. In this video, we build an EC0402 model. Level the surface, clear all debris, sticks and stones. Punch center point with reinforcing bar. Hook the tape and measure and mark tank size radius. Place panels around the scribed line. Place the trusses, liner and geotextile at the center of the scribed line circle. Place two bottom panels, R2, overlapping against the wind girt. The overlap should always be to the left-hand side if a person is inside the tank. Hold wind girt along the scribed line. Align holes using a podgy bar. Insert 3 times M10 times 25 bolt, top, middle and bottom of panel from the inside. Screw the M10 nut, then tighten. Leave 2 top holes unbolted on all wind girts for the top panels to overlap. Insert 2 times top panels on either side of wind girt to align with the bottom panel with lip on the top. Align holes using a podgy bar and insert 3 times M10 times 25 bolt, top, middle and bottom of panel from the inside. Screw the M10 nut, then tighten. Insert all panel bolts after the top ring is finished. Place hoop against the top lip of the tank. The hoop must start near the center of the panel and overlap to the next panel. This will be your start point. Fix the 8mm hex sockets on the tech gun and insert the tech screws. Locate the hole from inside tank directly opposite the hoops. Join the next hoop and tech screw through all the holes. Place and measure the truss on the tank top. Hook the truss foot on the rim of the tank. After measuring and adjusting the trusses, use a G-clamp to temporarily secure the truss in position. Maximum allowance equals ± 25 mm. Use the 12mm hole on the truss foot as a guide to drill through the tank. These holes will be used to bolt the truss feet to the tank wall. Place the external bolting plate on the other side of the tank and align the holes. Insert M10x25 flanged bolt and nut and tighten. Use the model drawing to confirm the access hatch ladder position. Tech screw the ladder bracket to the top hoop with 2 tech screws on the top hoop. Place the condensation skirt on the top hoop halfway through the hoop width and bond secure using the adhesive-backed sponge press tight. Press tight must go over the truss foot and the ladder bracket. Do this all around the bracket except where the trusses and the ladder system is hung. Open cover sheet, measure and number sheets in accordance with the cover sheet layout drawing diagram. Use the cover sheet layout to figure out where to place cover sheets. The longest cover sheets must be placed towards the center, as indicated on the cover sheet diagram. Tech screw roof sheets through hoops on every alternative valley. Use the hoop to mark an offset from the installed hoops by drilling 3 times 4mm holes from under the cover sheets outside the tank. After drilling, use the extra hoop and a marker to connect the holes. Use a nibbler to trim off the excess roof sheet material using the marked line as a guide. Have a container directly under the nibbler to collect all metal shavings. Use the drawing sheet layout as a guide as to where the hatch will be placed. With the hatch held in place, trace the inside of the hatch with a permanent marker to make a square shape entrance. Remove the hatch and carefully cut with a grinder and cutting disc along the marked line. Fit the underside of the access hatch plate with tight sponge. Place the hatch on the square hole and align. Secure the hatch by tack screwing the 4 corners of the hatch through to the cover sheet. Place the leaf basket hexagonally plate on the desired location on the cover sheet. Use the circular shape and mark where the cutting will take place. Use a hole saw to cut a hole for the nibbler to enter. Align the hexagonal plate to the circular hole that was cut earlier. Tack screw through to the cover sheet on all 8 corners. Fit the leaf basket in the hexagon. Locate the marked holes and drill through the basket and hexagon plate. Insert pop rivets and pop. Fit the lid. Cover horizontal bolt heads and panel overlap with duct tape to protect the liner. Lay geotextile strips to cover tank floor. Geotextile to overlap 250 mm. Roll up excess at tank floor wall position to form a sausage of geotextile fabric along the circumference of the tank. Remove shoes before working with liner. Place liner 1 meter away from the tank and extract from the bag. Roll out the liner. Inside the tank, place top end of bolt covers, supplied as 300 mm wide PVC strip, under condensation skirt and hang vertically over wind girt bolts. Tech screw the top end into top hoop, in line with hoop tech screws. Do this to all wind girt bolts inside the tank. Cut an L shape on the PVC strip, in line with the bolts, as indicated on the diagram. Unfold to the tank wall and align liner tags to wind girt. Unfasten the nut and bolt of the bottom tag. Have an assistant outside holding the nut with a spanner. Align tag hole and panel hole. Insert bolt and fasten. Do this to all bottom tags, then move to the middle tags. Cut the liner on one side of the liner hem at every alternate wind girt position. Insert the supplied polypropylene strips in both directions at each slit until the complete hem has had stiffener pieces inserted. Unscrew 1 center tech screw per R1 panel. Place liner hem and tech screw through the liner back to the panel. Do this to all the R1 panel centers. Spread out the excess liner and do the same for the rest of the stiffened liner hem. Use hand to locate the pre-drilled hole for the nozzles. Lift the condensation skirt and carefully cut. With a Stanley knife, carefully cut a hole through the liner and gradually increase the hole size on the liner. Disassemble the nozzle and enter the tank with both gaskets and the internal nozzle fitting. Have an assistant outside the tank. Insert 1 gasket on the nozzle place and hold 1 gasket between the liner and the tank wall. Insert the nozzle through the hole and the gasket. The assistant should screw the nozzle from outside the tank, then use a monkey wrench to fasten. Place the wind girt up against the top hoops and against the tank. Tech screw both sides, left and right, with 3 tech screws, top, middle and bottom. Fit external ladder. Fit all thread protectors on exposed threads. Tap gently with a small hammer. Fit hold-down anchor pegs for sand bed mount. Note: use 2 pegs per hold-down foot and keep short stub of peg horizontal while inserting pegs to maximum hold-down efficiency. Pour aggregate against the tank, coarse crushed limestone. Rocks 50 to 100 mm, broken and crushed brick 25 to 30 mm, coarse gravel 30 to 40 mm. Congratulations! You have now completed your very own SBS tank. We hope it brings you many decades of water supply. Please email us if you need any further assistance. SBS Tanks, a proudly South African company manufacturing premium zincalume water tanks from 12 kilolitres up to 3.3 megalitres, exporting around the world. Contact us on the details below.